can count to 100. That's how old my great-grandpa is. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7.
I have no recollection of my mother. She died when I was about 3 years of age. After she died, I stayed with my grandfather and grandmother. My dad was rarely at home. He was running one of the steamships on the Hudson River. I had no connection with him until he put the ship up for the winter, then he would join us.
14, 15, 16.
I had my first beer when I was a Boy Scout. My scoutmaster took me into a beer hall on South Pearl Street, Albany. All the deliverymen, when I was a boy, used horse-drawn wagons. My first car was a 1934 Ford convertible, black in color and white top.
22, 23, 24.
That's about the time when the situation in Europe truly went from bad to worse. Anticipating the draft, I did sign up in 1940 with the National Guard. I expected my signing up would be a one-year stint.
My parents were married on Christmas Day, 1941. Shortly after that, my father left on an all-expenses-paid honeymoon to Europe by himself.
General Patton was within reach of me as he briefed the officers on the invasion.
Going up through France, and after the Bulge was completed and won, we were ordered to pick up the remains of Germany, and that's where the war ended.
When I was 6 or 7 years old, I discovered a large manila envelope in my father's desk. There was one word written on the outside. Inside were dozens of snapshots that were impossible to comprehend. I knew enough to never ask my father about Dachau, and he never spoke of it.
I studied the Holocaust in high school and interviewed my grandfather. He was among the first of the Allied troops that liberated Dachau, and I remember him saying, nothing like that should ever happen again. And when I asked him if he thought about it, he said, every day.
When I saw hate groups marching through American cities, carrying Nazi flags, I couldn't help wondering how my father would react. So when he was 100 years old, I finally asked him about Dachau.
I was in the first unit that went into Dachau. It was pathetic, really. Carload after carload of bodies.
You know, there are still people in this world who claim that that Holocaust never happened.
Oh, sure. Yeah. It happened all right. We saw it.
What would you say to American neo-Nazis who want to blame others for their own lot in life?
They shouldn't blame others. They should look inside themselves.
33, 34, 35.
I lived today and enjoyed it. I was trying to satisfy family,
37,
bosses, trying to do a good job.
48,
I worked hard to keep everybody happy
54,
and did the best I could for society and myself.
71, 83, 84, 85.
Grandpa became a widower at 91, and we all loved Grandma, and he was really devoted to her. But he wasn't done yet, so he had to start again at age 91, and he packed up and he moved to Vermont. He always says you got to keep the motor running.
And he did. You know, he kind of revved the motor back up again, and he became the gym manager. And he dove more deeply into something he loves, making dried flower arrangements. He took everybody he met out to lunch and met them and got to know them. And so I brag about my grandpa all the time. But one thing I love to say is my grandpa's dating a younger woman. His girlfriend's 94. Kit took him to buy his first pair of snowshoes when he was 92 years old, and she set him up with email, and they're just great companions. Yeah, at some point they moved in together, and I think that's great. Probably provide a lot of great company and support, and they go on adventures together.
We always look at travel brochures when they come in.
95, 96, 99, 100.
We had been talking about the Mississippi, the too bad we didn't make that trip. And all of a sudden said, well, why can't we make it now? And flew to New Orleans and then took the Queen of the Mississippi to Memphis. The word got around that he was celebrating his 100th birthday. The women, they all had to come up and say hello and give him a big hug. He was in his glory once again.
So what's it like to see your grandkids having children? What's it like to have great grandchildren?
Thrilling. It's thrilling. See the family keep growing.
There are a few phrases my grandfather, I remember him saying when we were growing up, and one of them he would always say is, you gotta keep the motor running. The other one, especially when times are tough, I remember his advice was always, you just gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other.
What's the secret to living to be 100?
I don't know what's the secret. I've had fairly decent health, had a good job, and had a lot of sports. Everybody was happy, and so was I.